Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. My hormones make me a nutcase. Hope you are all doing well.
On this lovely sunny day.
Yep.
Yes.
The continual heat wave in the UK at the moment.
It's the third one.
Oh, is it?
Apparently, this is what they were telling my parents whilst they were watching the news. It's the third one of the year so far. Woohoo! Living our best lives. Well, somehow.
Yeah. Some are not. Do you sleep okay in this heat? Like, does it not like bother you?
No, like the first one when it was like 37, like I
Yeah.
had my window shut, I had my door shut, and I woke up and I opened the door and like the morning I was like I was like, oh my God, it's so hot. Like, but I genuinely slept through though. Like, I don't know, like I just woke up and was like, holy shit, it's hot in here. Like
Yeah.
you know. But then, like the last couple of nights, I've had my window open. I've still got my duvet on. I normally take my duvet out. Like it's only a summer one, but I normally take it out and just sleep with the sheet. But last time I did that, then it got cold again. So I thought, oh, do you know what? I can't be asked. I'll just sleep with no cover if I get too hot. But yeah, I haven't had a fan or anything in with me. But last night, honestly, this. I don't know whether it's a cat or a fox, something was making a horrific noise. Not even like a fox, you know, when foxes have like sex or whatever, it sounds awful.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even that sound, and all I was like dreaming of was this cat or this fox like walking down the road like a zombie, like dragging its leg.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it was like, what was going on, but that's the only thing that I hate having my window open because then you hear everything else. I'm
Oh,
like, oh, God, that's annoying, and it's not even that like that noisy around here, but yeah, I mean, I seem to be sleeping fine, so I'm I'm living my best life. I'm getting up early. I've got all the energy. Like even getting up at 1 a.m. yesterday and then going back to bed and getting up for 2 a.m. because of the football.
oh
Like
yeah.
I still managed to do so much yesterday and was yeah, I felt all right. And like the heat's
It's
not
funny,
it
isn't it?
just it's like it gives me power. I just can function way better when it's sunny. Like I've got all this stuff that I'm so productive and getting done. And in the winter, I'm like, absolutely not. I don't want to do anything.
So funny because I'm completely the opposite. This is not what the podcast is about, but anyway, I'm like lose all energy and all drive. Like as soon as it's like this hot and I'm like sweating and everywhere just feels like I can't breathe. And I feel like I'm literally dragging my body around. Whereas when it's colder, like when I was in the aircon on holiday, in the room, in the car, I was like, I've got all the energy. But as soon as I'm out into that heat, I'm like 5 minutes, I'm like, I can't do it. I'm like the complete
Mm,
opposite. I function so much better. Like I'd rather I don't like the dark, but if it was like longer days that were really sunny but cold and I had to wrap up, doesn't bother me. But
yeah.
this anything above kind of like 24, nah, don't need that.
Not interested.
Not in this country. I just I lose all my power and you gain your power.
Absolutely. And I did a really quick run yesterday. I went out like four. Wait, my client finished at 4:15 and my next client was at 5. And I was like, right, you got to go now because you're not going to get your steps in otherwise. I flew round Portchester yesterday. And really funnily enough, I came in, my client was 15 minutes early and she was driving up the road thinking, she goes, God, who is that girl? And then she realized it was me. I was like, that'll be me. I was like, hello. You can come in. It's fine. I know you're early, but crack on. We're all good. And she was like, what the hell? I was like, I did a really quick run then as well. This is great. Yeah,
To be fair,
no.
I did do a 20-minute run on Sunday about 11:30, but it was quite windy and it wasn't actually too hot at that point. But I was quite impressed with myself because that's not usually like me at that time of day in the heat.
Mm,
But yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, let's get into
yeah.
it before we continue on with the heat talk. So today we're going to be talking all about why going back to basics is the best way to build healthy habits, lose weight, have more energy, build your confidence, reach your goals, and why the basics are just so important. And a lot of us are just not following those principles, but we're trying to aim for like the crazy things on the other end, and we're not even doing the basic stuff well.
I don't even think some people know what the basics are, to be honest. But I think this like is good for any goal. any goal you have, you need to be able
Yeah.
to do basics. If you can't do basics, you can't reach anything, like you say.
No.
Like you don't just go, or do you? I don't know. I think some of my clients do. They sign up for things like marathons, and I'm like, oh my God, we can't even like run a mile. Like you want to do that in a year? Like, oh gosh, can we not? Can we consult me first before we sign up to these things and actually
Why don't
see
we
if
sign
it's a
up
good
for,
idea?
yeah, like why don't we sign up for a 5K to start with, you know?
Yeah,
Not a
let's get a
marathon.
5K nailed first before we try and do that. Yeah. And they're just like, oh, it's not that far. Maybe not a marathon, but even like a 10 mile, like the Great South Run, they're like, oh yeah, I want to do this. And I'm like, oh, like I hurt when I run 7 miles, and that's not even the 10. Like, and I do the basics.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it'll be fine. Yeah. Basics are so important, and it's like trying to run before you can walk, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And it's like the thing is when you sign up something like a marathon and you don't even maybe even run at all, you're probably going to get overwhelmed and you're probably not going to end up doing it because it's so far out of your reach. Whereas
Mm,
if you actually signed up for a 5K and did like the couch to 5K or whatever, or had a training plan, like that's so much more within your reach. And you'll probably train for that in a few months or whatever and actually be able to do it. And then you think, oh, wow, that was awesome. Maybe I'll do a 10K and build on it
mm,
from there. Because trying to run 26 miles is not an easy bit. Easy,
mm.
what's the word? Um, thing to do, that's for sure.
No. Yeah, and you know that. But yeah, yeah, it's not. But and like I understand why people like book themselves onto these things, and in the moment they're like, yeah, that sounds great. I'm gonna do that. But at the same time, like it's good because it gives you a goal to aim for, and a lot of people need that.
Yeah,
Without that, it's so easy just to be like, oh, well, doesn't really matter if I do or don't do something, you know. But it needs to be a realistic goal to start with and to build up rather than, like you say, going into the all in at the end. Like I did this once for a triathlon, didn't actually realize I'd done this. But my friend wanted to do one, and the only date we were free was this weekend in July. It was the end of July. And then after we'd done it, I went to her, oh, I didn't realize this was a series of three of them. The first one being the shortest triathlon, obviously, then a middle one, and then the longest one was the last one. And we
yeah,
went straight in for the longest one. And I was like, okay, all right. Kind of like wouldn't have done that if I'd have known. Like I would have gone for the
yeah,
shorter one first. However, didn't know. But yeah, I would always recommend going to the shorter one first. Like don't be jumping leagues to get
no,
somewhere.
definitely not. And I think also everyone wants like the quickest fix for something. And we live in a world where there's like hacks and magic solutions. Like I see on social media people going, buy this snake skin supplement and it's going to make you burn 10 kilos of belly fat in 2 weeks or something like that. And it's like, or take this and your sleep's suddenly going to be perfect. We kind of covered a little bit on this, didn't we, in like the quick fixes before, but there's all that stuff out there rather than just doing simple things that can help to lose belly fat or help with your sleep. It's like we're looking for that thing to just instantly fix it.
Yeah, and that it's not going to happen.
No,
Because
it's
if
not.
something tries to instantly fix something, something else becomes a problem somewhere else.
Yeah,
Like you fix one thing, you get a problem in something else. Whereas if you stuck to the basics and did the basics, yes, they take time. This always takes time because again, life's like things are
yeah,
never going to be as perfect as you want them to be. Like, God, if they were, I'd have a six pack by now. Poof, still working on that. Been working on that for like 15 years. Like, don't think that's ever coming. Hey ho, we're not going to give up and stop, like, because that's
yeah.
not something, I actually don't want a six pack, but do you know what I mean?
I know
Most
what you're
people come
saying.
in saying that they want that.
Yeah,
But like it's just yeah, I hate quick fixes. I went on such a rant on my Instagram the other day because I'm just so fed up of people just it is an effort. This is an
Yeah,
effort. And it's not just an effort for you guys, it's an effort for us. Like, I have to think about how I'm going to get my steps in every day. We
yeah,
sit at a desk. Like, yes, I have clients in a shed, but it's only up the garden. That doesn't get me steps in. Not like
no,
when I used to walk around a gym or have to drive to a gym, walk through the precinct, walk up and down the gym to different machines and stuff. My gym is literally the smallest space. Like, probably get 5 steps across one way, 5 steps across the other. So I don't get the steps in like I used to. I have to be like, right, I need to go for a morning walk. Right, I have to go out for a lunchtime walk. Right, I might have to go for an evening walk. Like these things, or like yesterday, I was like, shit, I'm not going to get my steps in today. I'm going to have to go for a run.
yeah,
That wasn't in my plan, but I was like, I wanted to watch the football game in the evening. And
yeah,
if I didn't do that run, I would never have done that.
yeah, absolutely. And like this week is hard because a lot of my steps are done on a long walk with Fred and PT sessions like on Zoom. Like I don't, that's kind of where I get most of my steps in. And Fred can only walk, he's only meant to walk about 5 minutes a day, but I'm gonna walk about 15 because he needs to go for a number 2 in the woods. So I have to get him up there, otherwise he won't go. um, but that takes out quite a lot of like, because I would be probably taking him out an hour and a half, 2 hours a day. And obviously it's hot as well, and he's had an
Mhm.
operation. So that removes quite a lot of my steps. I don't want to leave him because he's got a cone on, so I'm worried he might get caught on something, and he's not been very happy with me leaving him. So I'm like, oh, I have to just go on the treadmill, but it's so boring. And I was 1,000 steps down yesterday, so now I'm like, right, I need to get 1,000 steps more today to kind of make up for it. So I'm like, just getting on this treadmill as much as I can today. But
Mm.
like you say, it's hard. Like I'm having to think about how else can I get my steps in because my normal routine is out of whack. Um, and it's boring as well. It is boring, isn't it? The basics
Yeah.
are boring.
Yes. Oh my gosh, so boring. You have
So
to do them.
yeah, like unfortunately, to get where you want to be, you have to do the boring things over and over again consistently to get results in anything that you do in life. It's
Yeah.
boring and it's hard, but it's worth it. And if you just don't do those things, you're going to stay stuck exactly where you are and you're not going to move forward. So you
And
either do the hard thing, do the boring things over and over again, or you stay where you are now and don't moan about it because that's the decision that you're making, I suppose. Being
100%.
brutal.
I mean, I suppose it's like being at work, isn't it? There's probably a million things at work that you have to do that you find boring. There's
Mm,
so many things in my job, your job, that I hate doing. Like, I'm
yeah,
like, oh God, I've really got to go through that. Like, and you do it because you know the only way to progress in your career or whatever is to do these things that you don't want to do.
yeah,
But you still do it when it comes to you, your health and your fitness, and to not, I don't know, to prevent yourself from having like heart problems and things in like, other medical problems in the future, you'll just go, oh, we'll just leave it, it's fine,
yeah.
because those things haven't happened yet. But you don't want those things to happen, so doing the boring shit hard things are the things that you need to do now to prevent that from happening.
It's like you wouldn't go to work and tell your boss, I'm not going to do these tasks because they're really boring and I can't be bothered
No.
because you probably get sacked. So you work
Yeah.
hard and do the same stuff over and over again because you want to keep your job and you want to keep making money. Like
Yeah.
if you didn't do those things, see ya.
Hmm.
And I suppose you've got to think about it like that with your health and fitness as well, because you prioritize your work, but surely prioritizing you and your health is more important than your work. Because if
Well,
you're
you
dead,
think, yeah,
you're not going
you
to go
can't
to
do anything.
work. No.
No. And like you need to be fully functioning so you can then go to work and then you can perform your best at work and provide for your families or whatever, or yourself, or however, whatever your situation is. Without your health, you could, like you say, you cannot do any of that.
No, no, exactly. So, what are the basics? Shall we go through what the basics are? Um,
Hmm.
I think in terms of like nutrition side of things, it's making sure that you're either tracking your calories if you like to do that, or just focusing on getting the right things in: your protein, your vegetables, your carbohydrates, your fats. Like getting a balanced meal, including all of those things, lots of whole foods. Yes, having little bits of things that you want here or there, 80-20 balance. But ultimately, like someone actually said to me today, one of my clients, she'd been really trying to up her protein. She said, I'm having a lot of like yogurt and eggs and cottage cheese and like chicken. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I eat yogurt for breakfast every day. I have cottage cheese most lunches. I have some kind of meat every dinner. I even had an extra spoonful of yogurt last night to get a bump of extra protein. I was like, that's where your protein is coming from. I'm getting in milk, all these kind of things. I was like, that's what it is. You just got to keep doing that like over and over again.
Yeah, I had the same conversation actually with people. I'm like tuna, chicken, salmon, like you're gonna have like 5 or 6 things on repeat that you just keep doing. You
Yeah,
might mix up what it's with, but you're gonna have those things as your main source. Stop looking for something else that's magically gonna come out of thin air because
yeah,
you're not gonna find it. Like these things are your basics that you are gonna keep eating, keep using, keep doing.
yeah,
Like you, my food doesn't look that much different. It might just have a different combination of other things with it.
exactly. Like I'll have cottage cheese. I've got cottage cheese with smoked salmon on toast this week with a few things on top. But sometimes I might have cottage cheese with tuna, or sometimes I might just have cottage cheese with something else because I just love the staple of cottage cheese because it's easy and it's
Easy.
high in protein. So, and my yogurt for breakfast, I love that. So I just have that every single day because that works for me. And then, like say, some force of meat, and it is just that having those things on repeat. You don't need to buy, and neither of I don't know actually about you. I should assume, but I don't have any like protein bars or things like that. I don't know if you do, but all the
No, I
protein.
haven't.
No,
Actually, we've been doing like protein, high protein things. I haven't had any protein bars. Like when I did it before, I did. I don't mind a protein bar. I like,
yeah,
I wouldn't have them all the time, but they are handy if you really like are stuck for something or like you're on the go and you're in a shop and you're like, shit, what do I want? Like, I
yeah,
think they're all right. Like, just don't
definitely.
eat loads of them. But like the only other things that I would have proteiny would be the Lidl do protein dessert things. They're really good,
Oh yeah,
like lemon cheesecake, cookie dough, apple one, or a stracciatella one. They're really nice. But again, I've only had them 1 week because I just can't be asked to go to a different shop. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. Like, but aside from that, I have protein powder and Greek yogurt for like a desserty thing. But aside, the rest of it is literally natural sources.
yeah. I'm not
And
saying those things are sorry.
no, carry on.
I'm not saying those things are bad at all, but I think they're actually not that high in protein. You can get a lot higher things from whole food. So like you say, every now and then topping your protein up is fine, but actually repeating those same things over and over again is better essentially. They're quite
100%.
expensive as well, aren't they? These high protein things
They
too.
can be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Protein bars. Like I used to have them more when they were a lot cheaper. Now they're expensive. I'm like, do I want to spend 3 quid on that? I'm not sure. Like I said, if I'm really desperate for something and I'm out and about and I haven't planned my lunch and that's what's in a shop, I'll grab one. But I was also looking at Greek yogurt last night. So I normally have like the fire one or the one from Lidl's
Mhm.
own one. And the protein content and the calories are pretty similar in those. I think the
Yeah,
little one was a little bit better. Um, and then yesterday when I was in Tesco, I was like, oh, I got the fire one out, and I was like, oh, do you know what? Actually, and Tesco's Finest, that's cheaper. I'll
yes.
get
I
that,
just went into
right?
Tesco's randomly, saw that. Yeah.
So I bought it, and then yesterday when I was logging it, I didn't get the fat-free one. I just got the normal one. Like
Mhm.
I didn't. I ran around the shop yesterday. I was like, didn't have time to like be looking at the backs of like packets or whatever. Anyway, when I got home and I logged it last night, I think it was like for 100 grams, it was something like 132 calories, and it was like 6 grams of protein or something. Um, Whereas the fire one and the little one are like 58 calories, so half the amount for the same amount, half the amount
Yeah.
of calories, pretty much. And it was like 10 grams of protein, so you got an extra 4 grams with less calories, so you could have more of the other Greek yogurt. I was like, oh, that's quite a difference. Like,
That is. Do you think that is because you got the full fat and normally you get low fat?
potentially, yes, potentially. But then I looked at the calories of the, I can't remember what the calories were of the thingy one. But it is worth having a look at the backs of them sometimes when you're going
Yeah,
shopping if you've got time, because like it might be Greek yogurt, but doesn't mean like there might be better ones there for like
yeah,
protein to calorie ratio. So then,
definitely.
especially if you're someone on a lower amount of calories, because if you're short, if you're little, if you're petite, like you are not going to need as much unless you're some sort of athlete, endurance athlete, whatever, maybe. But like for the everyday Tom, Dick, and Harry, like you will probably be on a lower amount of calories, and it's going to be harder to hit like not go over them. So it's worth having a look at those little things when you
Yeah,
are in the shop, just to double check.
definitely. I was just looking at mine, and the same one that you have, um, 250 grams, 135 calories, 25.8 grams of protein. So it's pretty good, really, for
Yeah.
breakfast.
What? How many grams of protein?
26, basically.
26. How many calories was that?
Oh no, bear with. Just going back. I think it was like 100 and, what did I say? 130
Okay, yeah, that's good. If
How
that's
was it
26 grams of protein for 130 calories.
today? Yeah, 135 calories for 26 grams of protein.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. And the reason I know that, add a zero to the end of the protein thing. So 260 to 130 grams of protein, 130 calories. You've got more protein to ratio in calories there.
Yeah.
Um, if it's a lot lower, then it's not great. Um,
I usually
like
have
my
the.
one would have been.
Are you having Greek yogurt now? No, 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 Greek yogurt now then.
Yeah, yeah. Girl's stomach is all right.
That's
Girl can
good.
eat Greek yogurt. Yeah, I had like 5 years where I could not touch Greek yogurt. My God, it would make me bloated. It would like stomach cramps. Awful. Absolutely awful time. And now this year I've started introducing it. I started doing it at the start of this 6 weeks and I was like, well, let's just see. And then I tried the Tesco one yesterday and that was okay. So I'm like, oh, I
That's so
can,
good.
it's, yeah, not so bad anymore.
No.
Woo. So it just proves that sometimes you think you can not eat something, but then if you gradually introduce it or not have it for a while, like,
You'll be fine.
things
Yeah.
can change. Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think, like say, the boring basics of repeating that healthy balanced meal combination, maybe having the same thing or same couple of things for breakfast, again for lunch, again for dinner if you want to. Like I rotate the same dinners week on week. I'll try something new a couple of times a week, maybe. It's boring, but it works. So,
Mhm.
and it
And
keeps people,
you're also taking the thinking out of it. And that's what a
yeah,
lot of people, oh, I hear my mum every night. Oh, what do you want for dinner tonight? And my dad's like, well, what do you want for dinner? And she's like, I didn't ask me, I asked you. And they have the same conversation. I'm like, oh man, I just cannot be bothered with that. Like, decision fatigue is the worst thing people have. And that's why people don't, one of the reasons why people don't get the results, because there's too many options, too many things. You're trying to do too much. So, like we've said before, have a couple of breakfast options on rotation, same as lunch. If you want a different dinner each night, then fine, crack on. Like say, introduce something new every now and then. But if you can try and keep things pretty much like similar, once you've got a few recipes, you know how to work what you're doing.
yeah,
Like you can just switch and change, but you just need to find those recipes first.
definitely. And now I just message Sam. Sometimes I'm like, this is what we have for dinner. Or I go, we have this option or this option. Which one do you want? That one. Fine. Easy. I'm like, well, I'll do that
Yeah.
one, other one tomorrow then. Like I don't the options aren't there. It's just two options or one option and that's it.
Yeah, make your life easy, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So that's kind of the nutrition. I suppose like exercise wise, I suppose really steps is like the first thing to focus on. Like you
Hmm.
don't need to be going out running 10Ks if you're not really doing much. Like get out, move your body, get some steps in, do 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Like steps are so underrated, but if you can move your body more, your body's firstly going to feel better, but also you're going to burn more calories as well. So
Hmm.
if that is your goal, then it's a win-win. But ultimately, it's good for you. Like, our bodies are not designed to be sat at a desk all day, do it, barely moving, sat in that position. Like, we're meant to be standing up, moving around, doing things. That's what our bodies are built for. So start with
100%.
that.
And I don't know about you, but if I know I've been sat for a couple of hours, my body's like, girl, you need to move. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I can't keep sitting here because everything else is going to seize up and we're not going to be having a fun time. But like, yeah, if you're like, say at the moment you're sat at a desk most days, so I've had this conversation quite a few times recently. Like, if you're only getting like, I don't know, say like 2,000 steps a day,
Yeah.
like don't then try and reach for 10,000 because that ain't ever gonna work. Like, you need to work around your day. So you could set yourself a target for the week. Um, yes, you can split that into what a day would look like. So that could be like, I don't know. None of this maths is going to be right, okay? Because I'm not thinking about it on the spot. So do not judge me right now. But say you set yourself a target for like, I don't know, 50,000 steps for the week from Monday to Sunday. And then you worked it out to be, okay, right, that's going to be like 5,000 a day. Um, how am I going to get that? You might have some days that you're a bit under, like you said yesterday, you were under by 1,000 steps, but you know
Mm.
your target for the whole week. So that might look like the next day you might actually do an extra couple of thousand just because of how your work day looks like.
Yeah.
But also start thinking about other things that you can do. So I have a few clients that are like, right, I've got to get creative with my steps today. So, like we said before, that could mean like parking the furthest car park spot away from the office.
Hmm.
That could be taking the stairs rather than the lift. That could mean maybe your office is on the first floor and there might be toilets on the first floor, but there might also be toilets on the ground floor. Can you go downstairs and use the toilets downstairs every time you need a wee rather than using the ones on the first floor?
Hmm.
Like, if you're going to the toilet, can you walk the long way to the toilet? Like, if you're going to the kitchen to make teas and coffees, can you walk around the office the long way? Like, I had one client yesterday, and she said, "Oh, actually, one of the girls in the office was every now and then she just gets up and walks around the building and back because she's like, oh, I need to get my steps in." She said, "No one bats an eyelid." I'm like, "Well, why don't you do it with her?"
Mm.
Like, go join her on that. Like, if no
Yeah.
one's batting an eyelid, you might as well, people can go out for cigarettes. Why can't you go for a walk around the block? Like, and when I say block, your
Definitely.
building, like, same difference. They need a break to have a cigarette. Well, I need a break to move my body and get my
Yeah.
eyes away from the screen.
Why did we not think of this earlier? Because why is it allowed that people are allowed to go outside to have a cigarette or vape when you're like killing yourself, but you would feel bad for saying, "Can I just go and walk around the building twice?"
Yeah,
Whatever size your building is. But like,
whatever. Yeah,
and
it's
then if someone
mental,
said
isn't it?
no, I'd be like, "Well, why are they allowed to go out there and have a break with their smoking, but I'm not allowed to have a break and just like clear my head for like it's the same thing?"
Yeah, I mean, if that's the
Mm.
case, just be like, go and buy a pack of fags and be like, well, I'm going out for a fag,
Yeah,
and just walk around the
just smoke
block and be
now.
like, well,
Just buy a fake cigarette and then be like,
yeah,
just take it out or like a fake vape or something and just
yeah,
pretend.
just going out to take my vape, walk around the building and come back again because apparently that's acceptable. Like,
Yeah,
it
that's
blows my mind that
wild.
that's everything.
Like that you would have to fake that to be like, well, I'm tending to smoke, so I can. What? What is the
Yeah.
world come like? Or what is the world anyway?
It is, it's mental, isn't it? Like, the people that don't smoke that are trying to be healthy and that have to sit at their computers all day and not move, yet the ones that can smoke can go outside and have a chill and a break and a breathe and breathe in some fresh air.
Like really, everyone should be allowed, I think, once every 2 hours maybe to just go and do that. Like take five
Yeah,
minutes because people will
yeah.
probably be more productive and stuff as well.
Oh, 100%. I don't know about you, but when I've been sat on my desk for a few hours, I'm like, shit me, I'm just staring at this. I think of some exercises and all I've got is press ups. Like, there's like a billion exercises and all I can think of is press ups. I'm like,
Yeah,
I need to go for a walk. I'll go for a walk and I'll come back and I'll be like, pow, 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 done. Awesome.
so
Like,
true. So true.
honestly. But yeah, it's just being creative with those steps. Like, and other things like, can you get up 10 minutes earlier, go for a 10-minute walk? Maybe walk the long way to your car, walk around the block and back, and then get in your car and go
Yeah.
to work. Like, it's little things. If you can't, give yourself enough time in the morning to get up and actually go for a walk, or you might have kids or whatever. What are these little things that you can do in between? Can you go for a quick lunch walk? Can you go for an evening walk? Instead of going into your house when you drive home, park up, go for a walk before you get back in the house. Like, what are those things that you can do? Can you
Definitely.
go to the also things like when you're printing something, can you go up, pick up a bit of paper and bring it back to your desk again? Seems a bit extreme, but some people, if they're going to get their steps in, if that's going to make you move more, it's like when you do your washing and you put one bit of washing away. I'll get so many people that do that. Okay, I've put my knickers away one at a time just so I can get some more steps in and more movement. But it's
Yeah,
just thinking about these things that you could do that do get your steps count up. Because like you say, like the amount of steps you get in your day is going to burn you more calories essentially because you're moving throughout your day than it would be even just to do a workout.
yeah. Like some people are like, oh, is hit are hit workouts the best? Should I be doing hit? And it's like you're not even walking. You're better off to go out and start moving your body and walk than go and do some crazy wild hit session 3 times a week. That's like 20 minutes. That's probably going to break your body, make you feel exhausted, knock you out for a few days. And then after 2 weeks, you're like, this isn't realistic. I can't stick to this.
Mhm.
Than just trying to improve your steps and actually build them into your routine. Unless you enjoy hit workouts and that's fits in with your life. But the majority of people, I don't think, want to be doing that, do they?
No, absolutely not. Well, I wouldn't want to be doing that either. But no,
No.
majority of people don't want to do that because one, they don't want to be sweaty, they don't want to be out of breath, they don't want to exert themselves too much. Like you say, if you've got busy days and stuff. Yeah, some people love it. And if you love it, crack on and do it because some people that works for them, that's fine. But like you say, the best thing you can do is try and get the amount you move up throughout the day rather than just being like, oh, what workout is going to be the best. And I mean, in saying that, so many people are like, oh, what workouts are the best for me? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but that depends on your goal, right? And what you want to
Yeah.
do and what you want to achieve. Everyone should be doing strength because
Mm-hmm.
us as women, we need to do strength. But,
Definitely.
you know, you do also need to do cardio to help your heart. But
Yeah.
that could look different for each person. That could mean a quick hill walk. That could mean you walk a little bit slow and then you walk a bit faster, walk a bit slow, walk a bit faster. It doesn't have to mean go out for a run, jump around and be like absolutely crazy and stuff like that.
No. Go on a stationary bike, like my back's well, it's just continually been sore. But anyway, I find the bike is like the best thing for my back at the moment. And I didn't actually push myself probably enough yesterday on the bike, but I still did a cardio session, so I'm taking it. But like I'm gonna do one tomorrow and just make sure I get my heart rate up a little bit more. But I'm literally just sat watching something on my stationary bike, you know, and that's my cardio. And that's fine. It's low impact, it's getting it done. So yeah, it doesn't have to be any crazy marathons.
No, it absolutely doesn't. And as you said, that someone just ran past the window. There we go. Funny.
Like you say, I think strength training is like the most important. I say most important. It is so important for women. Like you need to be doing it. It's a non-negotiable, really. If you want to be able to not fall over and break your bones as you get older and stay strong, then you need to be doing some form of strength training. So
100%. And even more so with people that are looking for quick fixes. And we're not going to touch on this for too long because we have before. But if you're taking the jab or you're on the jab, you need to be doing strength training because you're essentially that's stopping you from eating all the minerals, all the nutrients, all whatever you need, and enough that you need. So you are more likely to fall over and break a bone.
yeah, yeah. If you're losing weight rapidly and you're on the jabs, you're probably losing muscle mass. So
Yeah.
you need to be eating enough protein, eating enough really, and strength training for
Yeah.
like there's no that is
You're gonna
non-negotiable really.
absolutely 100% you're gonna end up with saggy skin and not being able to do anything if you're doing that too much too quickly. But like, yeah, absolutely. That is your ultimate. You have to be doing this. Pair
Yeah.
that with some walking, you know,
Um,
and then choose a cardio bit of your choice. You don't have to do cardio every day of the week. Just even if
no,
just do once, twice,
that's it.
10 minutes, find something on YouTube, do a dance workout, do something fun, you know?
Definitely. Like I did workout at home today because I'm not going to the gym this week, so I planned like home workouts to do in the morning. And I just love it because I whack on my music loud, and in between each set I just like do a little dance in my garden. Fred's like, what's she up to? And it just motivates me to keep going. So yeah, do something
Isn't
that you
it?
actually enjoy. I think, if you could walk 30 minutes a day, do 2 strength training and 1 cardio, you're winning.
Yeah,
It doesn't need to
100%.
be strength every day, cardio every day, 2 hours of walking. Like, find a basic routine that works. If it's 2 20-minute strength trainings and 1 20-minute cardio, like that's an hour out of your week doing a workout. Everyone can find that hour somewhere. Plus a bit
Definitely.
of walking each day. Like that's not crazy stuff, is it?
No, no, not at all. Absolutely not. And you saying about dancing in your workout the other day, I had a client in and she brought a little granddaughter. And we were doing the Macarena in between the sets, and then we had Saturday night on, so she'd do some deadlifts, and then we'd be there doing Saturday night. I was like, "We're just coming here for a boogie today, haven't we? Like, we're having a great
Yeah.
time." Honestly, they all came out of the session smiling. I was smiling. I was like, "Yeah, every session needs to be like that. Have a little bit of fun."
Love that. So we've got the basics of nutrition, steps, and some forms of work.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Can you hear
I
me?
can't hear you. No. Now I can.
Oh,
I heard you say the basics of nutrition, the workouts, and then who knows
oh.
what you said?
I just nutrition, steps, workouts.
Workouts. Yeah. Boom. And then I think the last thing really is water.
Water and sleep.
Oh, sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The sleep is the crux of it. We've mentioned it so many times. If you've not listened to any of our podcasts, bloody go and listen to them because
Yeah.
sleep is important. Without that, your whole day is pretty much ruined.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not, don't use that as an excuse for your day to be ruined. By the way, like we all have days where we're like, oh God, my sleep was terrible, but you still get on and you still do stuff, right? Um, but if your sleep is always terrible, something is screaming at you to sort that out, and that needs to be your priority.
I'm crazy
Oh no.
world.
Oh dear. We're like, I don't know if it's my internet, your internet, but I don't hear you, and then every now and then I hear you again. I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, I can lip read,
Is
but
that
I don't know what the deal is.
is that not working?
Yeah, it's better now. Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think, yeah, again, it's not about taking some like crazy supplement to help with your sleep. It's thinking about like, have I eaten too close to bedtime? Make sure you've got like an hour or so before you go to bed. Cool your body down, have a shower or a bath before you go to bed. When are you drinking caffeine? Stop drinking caffeine at 12, 1 o'clock in the day. What other things can you do? Have you managed to like decompress a little bit? Watched a bit something funny on TV, read your book, something that like done a bit of meditation. Like those basic things for your sleep are essential, because if you're sat there scrolling, you're eating dinner 5 minutes before you go to bed, you're doing all these things, drinking caffeine at 8 p.m. Like, no,
Yeah.
you think it's bad.
No matter whether you're like someone who is caffeine tolerant or not, like I can guarantee you that coffee at 8 p.m. is doing something. Even if it's not like you don't feel like it is, like 100% is. I had one client once, she used to drink like 12. They might not have been full cups because, working, might have just had half a cup or whatever. And then I said to her, like, can we drop this down? Like, 'cause 12, that's a lot. Like, she's like, right, yeah, cool. I'll get decaf everything. Oh, she did that. And she came on camera and I was like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, she was like, no, I'm not okay. I didn't think caffeine affected me. Honestly, the bags she had under her eyes, everything. I was like, wow, we can't cold turkey this. We need to just drop this down. Like, this is not all right. Like, and yeah, so I guarantee if you suddenly came off all the coffees and stuff you were having, like that, there would be something.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. But that's it. Like, if you have 5 coffees in the morning and 5 coffees in the afternoon, like, can you have 5 coffees in the morning and 5 decaf coffees in the afternoon? Because then that's going to affect your sleep better, but you're still getting some caffeine in, like doing it that way rather than, like you say,
Yeah,
changing all to decaf.
absolutely. And I mean, decaf still has like a percentage of
Yeah,
caffeine in it anyway, doesn't it? Like,
yeah,
so, but it's a lot better than having, yeah. But if you can just drop it down slowly, we're not saying you have to, like my client did, cut it all out completely, which I told her not to do. Anywho, we roll. Just drop it down like each week by week. Like, okay, this week I'll have 10 rather than 11. Next week I'll have 9, 8, and then drop it down, and then you can get to the point where you're having like maybe 3 in a day, let's say,
hmm,
right? And like you say, the ones in the afternoon are probably the more decaf ones, the ones in the morning, you can make them caffeinated, that's fine. Just see what a difference it will make, because I guarantee it is making some sort of difference.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And I think as well, you've got to like do these things consistently, like I say all the time, over time. Because if you do one week and you think, wow, what a great week, I got my steps, I did this and that, but in the next 4 weeks you don't do that, you're not going to get results. Like, you've got to be sticking to this forever. And it doesn't mean that every day is going to be perfect. Like I said, yesterday I didn't hit my steps. Last week, actually, I was off my steps for the whole week. I'm not going to sit there and beat myself up and go,
Never
oh,
doing that again.
what? Pardon? You not hear me?
I said, and I'm never doing that again.
Oh,
Like, just
you're
give
not
up
going to go
completely.
like, yeah, what a loser. You didn't hit your steps. What's the point? I was just like, okay, I was a bit down. It's not going to end the world. I tried my best. This week I'm getting back to it and try my best again. Like, it's,
Hmm.
we're not perfect. We're only human. But if you keep, every time you feel like something hasn't gone quite to plan, you then give up. That is what's keeping you stuck in that rut, essentially.
Yeah, and get someone to help you figure these things out, right? Like I've got a client, she was like, "Oh, I've been doing this for like I don't know what we were on, 9 or 10 or something. And my measurements haven't changed and whatever." So I literally put all of her food that she'd logged into a spreadsheet, because it's really difficult to see on things like MyFitnessPal and that
Yeah.
sometimes, like a whole thing of your week. It's easy to see day by day. I think you can see a week view, but I don't know. I just like it on a spreadsheet. And I literally highlighted and was like, right, so your calories for the week were this. Your
Yeah.
calorie target for the week is this as a whole. So say like it's like 116. Let's go with something like that, right? That's not, but
Yeah.
say it's 116, you're hitting 216. Your average is like 1,700 calories a day, but you should be on 1,500.
Yeah.
This is why you're not seeing results. Yes, on a day to day, you might go, oh, but I only had 1,300 there and I only have 1,400 there and that. But this day you've had 1,900. This day you've had 2,100. And oh, there's another 1,500 in there. That's fine. But on an average, you're like 200 a day above your calorie target. Like, this is why you're not seeing results. Like, it's getting the consistency and seeing it from a bigger picture, because sometimes unless you see it out on a bit of paper in front of you, you don't realize what you have done and what you haven't done.
Yeah. Track these things because we all probably think we've moved more than we have. We all think that we've even left. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Oh my
I don't know
gosh,
what's
I
going
missed.
on. It's like,
I don't know what's going on.
not sure. Um, Unless you're like actually doing it for years and you're in those like got that routine, you're not going to really know. So you need to
Mm.
start your journey with tracking these things, which is a little bit more time consuming, but just to make sure you're on the right track with the basics. And then over time, you can stop the tracking because you'll roughly know what you're doing is right.
Yeah, 100%. I had a new client. She was like, "Oh my God, I didn't realize how much was in this," or "Oh my God, I didn't realize how much was in that," or and I was like, "No, but you don't until you start doing this." And she's like, "Oh, I didn't realize actually. When I make my son's dinner, I also eat this, this, and this. Like, I had never noticed I'd done that before." And I'm like, "This is the whole point, right? We
Mm.
make you aware, you start doing these little things, and then we build on them, and then you realize that these habits that you have installed in you." yes, they're going to take time to change, but eventually your habits will not be these things.
Yeah.
It will be the new things you put in place, but you have to give it time and you're going to
Yeah.
slip up. Things are going to go like, like we do it, like you said, like it's so easy if there's like chocolate around, just people like, oh, but I've got no willpower and there's chocolate around. Me neither.
Yeah. Me
Me
neither.
neither. You put a whole bar of chocolate in front of me, I'm gonna friggin' eat it because it's there. Like
Yeah.
if you didn't put that bar of chocolate in front of me, I wouldn't have even thought about it. I wouldn't eat it
Yeah.
because it's not there. Like so set yourself up for success. Yes, you're gonna have some times where like in the 6 weeks we've been out for dinner a few times and actually I'm always the first one to be like, yeah, hit me with dessert. But I've actually thought about it and gone, do you know what? I'm actually quite full. And everyone around me, like one time, everyone around me had desserts, and I didn't not have dessert because I didn't want it. I actually was like, do you know what? I'm actually really full. Like I've thought about this
Yeah.
rather than just going, yeah, give me a dessert because everyone's got a dessert stomach. Like absolutely.
Yeah. 100%. There's
Um,
always room for dessert.
But then like the other times the girls are like, oh no, and then I'm like, oh, and there's been one other time where we have had dessert, but actually a couple of us have shared it, and I don't normally share dessert. But I was like, "Do you know what? I am actually quite full, but that dessert does look good, so we'll just share it instead."
Yeah.
Like, but you have times where you win, sometimes you lose, and that doesn't matter. But that doesn't mean you stop completely. It means you still carry on the next day, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. That was what I was going to say. It went from my brain. And it's like if you are continually reaching for chocolate at 4 p.m. that you have in your cupboard or in your fridge and you have no willpower, remove that chocolate from your cupboard and your fridge and your household and do not have it there.
hmm
That means that you are constantly eating that chocolate.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you have systems that keep you stuck,
Mm.
and then you have okay.
Mm. I don't know what's going on with this today. It's 9 a.m. It doesn't want to record very well, does it?
Sorry for the technical issues.
You crack on. But yeah, like you say, it's having those systems. Like, if you've got systems that are keeping you stuck, you need to change something. Like, you need systems in place, like we spoke about on the last podcast, to keep you going and not to like fall down the trap of eating a whole bar of chocolate or this or that. And that's not saying we're not saying that you can never eat chocolate again because absolutely you can. Like, we'd be absolute hypocrites if we said you couldn't. But it's just being more mindful around it. And like if you're really trying to get results, like you need to be like quite, come on, we're going to do this for a
Yeah.
period of time until you learn what works. If you're just going into it being like, oh well, I'm going to get a PT, they're going to be my magic pill, but I can still eat chocolate all day every day and whatever, it's not going to work.
No, exactly. The thing is, you have to be hard. Like you have to be hard on yourself. You have to think about things, and you have to be disciplined to some extent. Like putting systems in place is going to help, but you still have to be in your own corner and cheering
Mm,
yourself on.
yeah. 100%. Don't give up because it's hard, because it is hard. Like, and we're here. We know it's hard. We live it every day. It's still hard.
Yeah,
Like, but you just change the barrier when you get to a certain level when you go, well, we're going to make it a bit harder because we need to just push ourselves a little bit. We're not going to make it as hard as like we try and aim for, but you need to be willing to one make a change because if you're not willing, you ain't going to do it. Like you're just going to go, do you know
yeah,
what? That's too difficult. I'm just going to go back to what I was doing. Like, do you know, I'm better off not eating. I'm better off not drinking. Like, and that is not our priority. Our priority is to make you healthy. So if you're not eating and not drinking and you can't be bothered to eat and drink, then I can't help you because you don't want to make that change. Like I want you to make that change because it's going to be good for your body overall. You're going to need the energy. We want you to be able to function properly and not be exhausted. We want your hair to be really nice, your nails to be good. Like I've noticed with the amount of protein we've been eating, my nails are growing so good, so long, like and so strong. Like, but all of these things are signs of a healthy body. Whereas like having brittle nails that are falling apart, hair falling out, like, you know, you're tired, your skin's flat, all of that. Like, none of that is good. Like, we want to make you the best you can. And that means eating, but it means eating the right things, like, and the right amount of them.
It's like we can help guide you up that mountain, but we are not going to stand behind you and physically push you up because like you're not going to be able to stick to something if we're literally behind you, like pushing you up, and you're like, no, I don't want to do it. Like you've got to want to take those steps up that mountain as well. And if you are not ready to make that change, you don't want to do it, don't do it because you won't. So it's your choice, really.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. I would love to do it for everyone. I would love to come around. I would love to live in your house and be like, no, yes, no, don't do that. Come on, you got time for a walk. Get off your phone. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, pay me enough money and I will come and work. I will come and live with you for a week and we can see what we can change. However, like I would also love to do it for you and just drag you along to everything that I do. But again, that's not realistic. That's not going to happen. Like you have to be able to do it on your own. But picking small things to do stuff first, not beating yourself up about it, like adding things into your routine slowly is going to be the best thing that you can do.
Absolutely. I know it probably sounds overwhelming, that all the things that we've spoken about, but if you break it down, like we've kind of said with each section, and start with something small from each section, that is manageable. You can get some kind of water in, you can get some form of steps in, you can have one balanced meal a day. Like there are things you can do that fit into your lifestyle, and then you can build, like you say, building it from there.
Definitely. And just keep looking back on these things that you did because not enough people remember what they couldn't do when they first started. Like I always, gosh, you're having a fun time on that treadmill, aren't you? I I always think back to the day where I was next to a row and I did some press ups on my toes and was like, oh my God, I've done some press ups. This is so cool. Or like been doing a bench press with like 10 kilo bar, like being like, oh my God, this is so heavy, but I'm doing it. Like, oh my gosh, like that's just like nothing now. But I remind myself of these things all the time. Like I wrote a status once like, oh, I've actually been to the gym today and now I'm gonna have a cookie. Yay. Like, or oh, who am I being in the gym? Like there's all these things that I remember because if I don't remember these things, it's quite easy to go, well, I haven't made no progress. Like,
yeah,
but you just have to look back on them.
100%. I literally asked a client the other day, I was like, how's your week been? Oh, still okay. I was like, okay, let's go through the wins first. What went well? I hit my water, I did my steps, did my workouts, and hit my calories.
Wait, okay. What went wrong?
What didn't go well? Well, I've still got a bit of that food noise, and I still feel a bit like this. Okay, that's fine. Like that's still stuff that we can work on. That's that's human. So can we reevaluate how your week has gone? Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. It's actually more of a win than it was. Yeah. So how was your week? Pretty good. Like it's just perception. We always look at the negative things when actually most of it's gone right. But there's one thing that's gone wrong. We're like, no, it's shit. What's the point? Next.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it's madness the way the brain works and just picks out the negative things and then thinks the rest is, that wasn't good enough. When actually, when you zoom out, you've had a great week. There's just a couple of things that you might not have hit or you might not have done, or or there's a couple of things that you still need to work on because everyone always needs to be working on something. We need to work on stuff like, all the time. Like, yeah, human brain, mad.
100%. Like I think I've definitely shifted my mindset a little bit on things. Like I remember I used to think, I need to get better at this, I need to get better at that, that needs to improve, I'm not where I want to be, it's rubbish. And now I'm like, I actually have basics of these things, some things better at others, and I'm just going to build on these things and I can get better at that and I can get better at this. And it's just a work in progress, it's a journey. Whenever that kind of panic and fear comes up inside me, I try and just reframe those and go, but you've been working on that now for such a long time, you've got better at it, you'll keep getting better at it. Just keep plugging away. You can't do it all in one day, 1 week. Takes time. And that just gives me real, sorry, get that breath, it was trembling. It just gives me real relief to know that, basically.
Mm.
And it's the same with, yeah, all the basics and everything for everyone else.
100%. Like, yeah, yeah. Oh, I was gonna say something, and now my brain is like, that's like every time I used to go for a run, I used to think I had to beat my time, or I could only go a set. I had to do a 5K because that's, I could do a 5K, so why wouldn't I do a 5K? But like,
Yeah,
actually, I don't always have time to do a 5K. I only had time to do I don't know what 2 miles is in Ks, but let's say 3K yesterday, like, and I wasn't trying to beat a time, but I knew I had to get back, and actually I smashed my time. But like, but that wouldn't be comparing to where I would, like, a few years ago. I was running like 3-4 times a week, like, and I was strength training whatever, however many times. I'd go swimming, I'd do this, I'd do that. I'm not doing half those things now, but I don't go, oh my God, I wasn't doing what I was doing like a few years ago, so I'm gonna stop and give up,
yeah,
and I'm not good enough. Like, just things have changed. My life's changed. I've pivoted. Like, things are different. Like, injuries have cropped up. I play way more football than I did before, and like, I just don't have time. Like, I want to actually read a book in the evening rather than spend all night walking. Like,
yeah,
there's so many different things. But that doesn't mean give up or go, oh, I'm rubbish now because I'm not hitting the same time as I did. If I could try and get a 20-minute freaking 5K like I did when I was in my 20s, that would be great. I mean, that's never going to happen. But whatever, like, I'm not going to give up because I haven't hit the 20 minutes. Like, I'm just going to
yeah.
keep going. Like, and it forever fluctuates. I go from 25 minutes down to 31 minutes to 32 minutes, back up, back down. But at the end of the day, I'm still running, I'm still moving, I'm still, you know, doing what I can. So I'm not going to just give up because my time or whatever has not been better than what I've done previously.
No, exactly. I think a lot of my clients are like over 40 and going through perimenopause, the menopause, over 40, 50. And I hear so often, oh, well, I was doing this back then. I could do X, Y, and Z and da, da, da. And I'm like, you're not in that stage of life now. Like, your life is completely different, like you say. And we shouldn't be striving to be like you were then. We need to find a new routine that works for you and your life and your body now. Because
Hmm.
if you try and strive for that, you're just going to keep feeling that you're failing. Whereas actually, if you create something that works for you now, you'll be able to stick to it forever. And in 5 years, you might need to slightly tweak that again. Or 1 year, you might need to tweak that again. You might get grandkids, something might happen, you just don't know, and you might need to keep needing to tweak what you're doing, and that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. That is one of the most common things I hear as well. Oh yeah, but when I was this, I was doing this. Yeah, but your life's different now. Like, that's really good that you used to do all those things. It's amazing that you've been able to do them, but we need to find
And who
a
knew?
new a new routine that works for you in your lifestyle right now. And I think, like you say, if you forever think, oh yeah, but I used to do this, you are going to fail because you're setting yourself up to fail. You need to set yourself new targets and be like, no, this is what I can do.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Well, shall we leave it there for today? I feel like we've covered everything. Had technical
Absolutely.
difficulties, stuff flying everywhere. Who knows what's been going on, but hopefully you've heard us just about.
Em's had two different microphones and a pair of headphones. She's come off the treadmill. Like, it's been great. If you're going to
Three
watch this one, have
microphones
fun.
because I had one before we started, then another one, then another one.
Oh,
Anyway,
Jesus. We roll. But yeah, absolutely. But she didn't give up. She got back on that treadmill and kept going.
I could easily say, well, I'm not going to post this, it's not perfect. But hey, it's life, these things happen, and we just roll with it. So,
Exactly. If we show our perfect selves all the time, no one's going to ever achieve anything, are they? Like, if we show ourselves when we can't do shit or things don't happen the way we want them to, that's the way. That's what Instagram should be. It bugs me that we only see people's perfect selves because
yeah,
that is not the world we live in.
there is a lot, isn't there? There is a lot of people that are showing their perfect selves, but it's going to take time to fully convert to that way, isn't it? I think. But
Hmm.
yeah. Anyway, a topic for another day, maybe.
Absolutely, 100%.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. If you do want to reach out to us, you can email us at fitgirls2weeks93@gmail.com. feel free to message us, go on our socials. Everything will be popped down below. And if you have any questions or topics you want us to cover, please do let us know. But otherwise, you'll catch us in the next one.
Absolutely. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Au
Yes.
revoir.
See ya.